Do you ever set out to do something you're thinking, this only take like 30 minutes, and it never does it? I'm going to teach you how to fix that. Welcome back. Good to see you. Fred Moore here, time management expert and bald guy. As always, I got a little stubble. I'm so sorry. I apologize for my stubble. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, good to see you. Before we get on with this thing today, you know what to do. Comment, like, subscribe if you're on YouTube. You can do that too. My oldest said, don't forget to ask him to subscribe, Dad. So you got it, kiddo. You got it. How to estimate your time correctly. Happens to us all, doesn't it? Right? You think, this won't take that long, and it ends up taking a lot longer. There's a couple of reasons for that. It's a task you've done before, so you think, this won't take that long, or it's been a while since you've done it and you forgot. All right, it does take a lot longer than I thought it would, right? You've forgotten it, whatever the reason. Here is a few things that you can do to estimate your time more correctly. Now, bear this in mind. Take this with a grain of salt. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to do anything like that. But whatever you estimate the time it's going to take for you to do this task that you're going to do, I can pretty much 99% sure that you're wrong. You're wrong. It's gonna take longer. Now, if it doesn't take longer, bonus, but it's probably going to take longer. Anytime I ask my wife, are you ready? 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. You're funny. I know it's not going to be 5 minutes. We tend to estimate our time incorrectly because, it's internal, it's ethereal, it's not really something concrete like, I can have a pound of bacon sitting there, right? I can't have a pound of time and know how much time would it take me to eat a pound of bacon? I'm distracted, so sorry. But you're probably wrong with your estimates. Now, I find for me what works is if I plan ahead of time. See, you're going to look at this task that you're going to do, and you're going to list step by step. What do I need to do to make this task happen? What do I need to do to complete the task? Give you an example. I wanted to build a table, just a table for my office here. I knew kind of what I wanted it to be, the height, the shape, the size, the color, all that. I guess that's everything, isn't it? Yeah. And typically when I'm building stuff, when I'm working on stuff, I like to build a lot of things myself because then it's specific to my needs. I'll just kind of go in there and start building and kind of wing it. And who knows how long it's going to take me. Well, I decided to try a little experiment with myself. I says, all right, let me sit down, piece of paper and a pencil, and actually plan out exactly how I want to make this. Size, dimensions, length of everything that I need. And that way, I'll be ahead of the game. I'll know each step what I need to do. And then I timed myself from beginning to end. I'm talking from planning stage to completing the table. It took me 3 hours. 3 hours. I don't know. Is that a lot of time? I guarantee it's a lot less time than it would have been if I hadn't planned each step out. I knew, all right, and then I could adjust. I mean, sure, there were things that came up. I didn't know, all right? That's wrong. That's not going to fit. All right, but I could adjust. I was way ahead of the game because I'd taken and planned it out. All right, so you have your task. You got your step by step. What do I need to do to make this thing happen? Then look at each of those steps and guesstimate. That means you're guessing and estimating the time it's going to take to complete each of these steps. That'll give you sort of a baseline. It's probably going to take this. Now, if you look at the task in a whole, there's a hole in my task. No, as a whole, you're going to look at that and go, all right, it's going to take 20 minutes. When you list each step out, you're going to go, Okay, it's not going to take 20 minutes. It's going to take 35 or 40 minutes, right? You forgot each of the, oh, I forgot, yeah, I need to do that, and I need to get this, and I need to get that. Once you've got each of those estimates, guesstimates of the time of each of the steps, then add 20% extra to that time. Now, if it's a task like, I need to do laundry, okay, I need to open up the laundry. You don't need to put step by step. So sometimes it's just a task, but even with those, add an extra 20% of time on that. All right, it's going to take me 30 minutes. Well, add another 5 or 6 minutes onto that, just for a little buffer there. And if you finish early, that's great. You can tackle the next task then if you want with that extra time, or you can chill, relax. Man, like, I got extra time. This is awesome, man. My friends are wonderful. I love that, man. Yeah, yes. Next thing you can do is minimize the interruptions that are going to happen while you're trying to get this thing done. We can't get rid of the interruptions, can we? Unless you isolate yourself in a cabin somewhere in the Arctic. I don't know. Even then, some stranger will come by. Hi, I'm from John Carpenter. No, the thing. Look it up. Just minimize the interruptions. Silence your phone, turn off the interruptions on your laptop, close the office door, whatever you need to do. Minimize the interruptions. That way, this task that you're doing may actually take the time that you're guesstimating that it's gonna take. Woohoo! Party on, right? Next, plan for the worst case scenario. Worst case scenario. Example, building that table. Worst case scenario, I go in the workshop and I realize I don't have the right screws. The wood I have is not the right kind, or it's warped, or it's damaged, so that's going to add time to that task. Stuff I thought I wasn't going to have to deal with. Well, now I have to deal with it, don't I? Because, all right, well, so plan for the worst case scenario when you're estimating how much time a particular task is going to take or not. And once again, worst case scenario, great, you've estimated the time. If it goes smoothly, perfectly, bonus. I had to go to the airport one Sunday morning, and normally a ride to the airport takes about 45 minutes. I had a 12 noon flight. I left at 10 a.m. and made it in 35 minutes. I hit every green light. There was hardly any traffic, and I zip, zap, zap, boom, and I'm there. And this is awesome. I'm here early. This is wonderful. I planned for the worst, right? I got to the airport way earlier than I needed to be, but that's all good. Plan for the worst and enjoy the best. Few tips that you can use to better estimate the time that you need to do a particular task, to get stuff done, to do so much more. Speaking of time, hey, you know what? Go right there, 5hoursback.com. You can get a video and a PDF that will teach you how to get a bunch of time back in your week. About, let's see, how much? 5 hours back in your work week. 5 hours that you can use to have fun, do so much more, and just estimate the time and relax.